powered by Riverside FM.
All right, good morning. This is Nita K, the N, the I, the T, the A, the space K, owner and independent film director of Nita K Productions LLC. I have yet another podcast interview with me today. Now, we just had a podcast interview with our boy Derek, which is the children's book author of Sacco and the flamingo with tennis shoes. Today we got something different. We got something southern today, you feel me? Now don't forget we got our House of Tea and Perpendicular Hotel double feature coming up in October. So make sure you reach out to us to grab you a spot. Seats are limited. Also, by the way, I want to send out a special shout out to my team for holding it down and keeping things copacetic and positive. Today we have a special interview with a young lady who is the owner of Eat My Biscuits in Atlanta. She got some history going on here. I mean, it's always such a joy to connect with people and just learn about how they started their journey, get some advice. You may learn a thing or two. So, without further ado, we're going to bring in Vanetta Roy and have her introduce herself, and y'all can get the tea of how she got started. Thank you for
Hello,
coming.
Nita K. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you.
As mentioned, my name is Vanetta Roy, and I am the owner, founder, CEO of Eat My Biscuits, located in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, in East Point, right outside of Atlanta, right by
Yeah.
the airport. But I'm also a Chicago native, born and raised my entire life. West Side. I know the first thing after I say I'm from Chicago, the first thing we ask, West Side or
Yeah.
South Side? I am a West Sider. Let's get that out there. I'm from the West Side.
West
Um,
Side.
yes,
Shout out to all the West Side people.
for sure. West Side for
Chicago,
life.
yes, Chicago born and bred here. So now let's dig and dive into this podcast interview because I know people are curious and always curious to know because it's not an easy road to go down, but it's a good one. It's a great journey. Can you tell everybody that's listening how you got started with Eat My Biscuits, how you even got started, period, because Eat My Biscuits is not your first journey. What inspired you and just got you going to get started with opening up a restaurant in the first place?
Oh, wow. Okay. It's a couple layers to that question. Well, first of all, I think I'm just a glutton for punishment. I was an educator for 25 years with Chicago Public Schools. 18 years in special ed. So I taught in Humble Park for the bulk of my career, but I've taught on the South Side as well, Fort Dearborn, CVS, South Suburbs. But the last 18 years were with Chicago Public Schools in Humble Park at Cameron Elementary. So
Mm-hmm.
I can't leave that out because that's actually part of my journey. And in teaching in Chicago Public Schools in certain demographics, we experience a lot of tragedy,
Mm-hmm.
um, a lot of traumatic experiences, unfortunately, and a lot of dysfunctionality, and then a lot of uncertainty as it pertains to the Chicago Teachers Union and
Right.
education and stability within education and funding. And that's
Okay.
how it kind of my food and beverage industry pretty much started with
Mm-hmm.
cooking. It was an unstable time for Chicago Public Schools. We had just gone on strike, and
Right.
our livelihood, our pensions were threatened with not
Mm-hmm.
being there.
Right.
So I started, to kind of think about different alternative avenues. My
Mm-hmm.
brother started a brand called Surfs Up back in Hillside about what 12 years ago,
Okay.
and my boyfriend at the time. I hate to say boyfriend because, well, my man at the
Your
time,
man
who's
friend.
who's my best friend still today. He's my best friend, but he really wanted a restaurant, and he was pushing for me to kind of do the same concept my brother was doing. Thought
Right.
about partnering with my brother, and thought, that's gonna be hard. He's big bro, I'm little sis.
Yeah.
So I decided to take his brand and I did a restaurant on the south side of Chicago on 71st and Crandon in South Shore. My
Mm.
man and I called
Mm.
Surfs Up South Shore. So that was the first thing we opened. That was 11 years we were in business and
Yes,
I just sold it 2 months ago.
man. Let's do a clap for that because 11 years. Yes, that is such a success. That's
Yes.
such a success to say you've been in business for 11 years and you're still in business with another
And I'm
brand.
still in business. So
Yes,
2020, of course, that was a time of reflection for everybody, right? We normally reflect around birthdays, New Year's, but life has changed. Life had changed as we knew it.
right,
Um, and it was a change none of us were prepared for. And it brought about a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions, a lot of self-identity, and
right.
surprisingly, it brought about a lot of growth.
Yeah.
Um, and at a time where the world had stopped and we were all in fear,
Hmm.
for me, it made me say, you know what? Now was the time because I realized how uncertain everything was. You
Right.
know,
Yeah, everything.
the world was shook when
Mm.
COVID hit. It shut down, it shook, and it changed a lot of people. And me being one of them. So I abruptly, so I created this concept, right? This whole biscuit thing.
Mhm.
um, Based off of the biscuits that I was selling in Surf's Up that were really good. They were these fried biscuits, similar to beignets, lighter,
Mm.
fluffier, absolutely, absolutely delicious. And everyone was saying, "Damn, they like crack. Like these biscuits are
Ooh.
good." And so I called my homeboy Trey, who does graphic design, and I said, "Look, I got this idea. I got this concept, right?"
Right.
And I told him the name. He laughed, I laughed. He like, come on, V, you know. And I'm like, but look, when you create this logo,
Right.
I want it to look like biscuits, but I want it to look like butt. I want it to be a mixture of both, right?
Right.
Because as I developed this brand and this idea and this concept, I wanted to reflect me,
Right.
right? And I wanted to have the play on words, eat my biscuits, right?
Mhm.
And I wanted the logo to resemble that play. So for those of you who haven't seen the logo, you just gotta eat. All you gotta do is Google "eat my biscuits."
For
We will
sure.
come up and you will see that logo and be like, "Oh, I see what she's talking about."
Uh-huh.
Because it's biscuits, but it looks like it's like a strawberry topping, a
Mhm.
cherry, or it could look like those other biscuits in some pink boy shorts. So
Exactly. It could
it's a
be
play
either
on
one or
both.
the other. Uniqueness. I
Yes. So I
mean, and
came to Atlanta. Been
how
wanting
did
to be
you
here for a long time.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry. How did you start there in Atlanta?
I've been wanting to be in Atlanta since I was about 19.
Hmm.
But in addition to, being an educator, being a restaurant owner, I was also a mom. Um, I had my kids when I was young. I had my first child at 18, my daughter. Then I had my son at 24. I got married. I did those things. Um, and I couldn't make those adjustments back then. I was in life as it was back then. But being divorced, kids are adults. I had a conversation with my children and they supported my move. They told me to go for it. They thought it would be something good. I spoke with my parents. Um, they were still young enough and doing well, and didn't need me. They're both married and doing well. So I figured now would be the time because as they got older, I may
Hmm.
have to step in and do more. So these
Right.
adjustments need to be made sooner than later.
Right.
Yep. Nobody
Absolutely.
needed me. So I could make that move.
Absolutely. And
Kids
I
were
mean,
good. Um, and so then I became a grandmother.
oh
And
wow.
so now I'm a grandmother of two.
Yeah.
Grandmother of two, mother of two. Moved to Atlanta December 2020 with this idea, with this concept. And I just prayed. I prayed a lot. I cried a lot. Moving from home where you've been.
Yeah.
for 45 years of your life
Mm-hmm.
is a huge adjustment.
Yeah.
I always compare it to like thinking about a tree and its roots. You know, most people make those adjustments in college, right? They
Mm-hmm.
move, they go somewhere for college, they never come back.
Right.
Everybody I've met here came in college that are not from here. They came in college. They came in Freaknik times when
Right.
Atlanta was off the chain. Um, and they've developed work relationships, they've developed careers, they've developed marriages and
Mm.
companionship, and they've done those things. Whereas me, I'm leaving all of those things behind. And I left all
Right.
those things behind. I left those roots. I left my career. I pulled out my pension.
Mm.
I left those friendships. And trying to reroute yourself at
Mm-hmm.
45
Yeah.
is very different than rerouting yourself at 20 or
Mm-hmm.
25. So it's been challenging. I've been left with myself and God. I've
Right.
cried a lot. I prayed.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I can just say nothing but God is why I'm still here. The grace of God is why I was
Absolutely.
able to open up Eat My Biscuits,
Mm-hmm.
why I was able to meet investors along the way, um, and people that supported me and supported my vision,
Mm.
supported my dream, and believed in me and believed that I could actually execute. You know, people put their hard earned money into me,
Mm-hmm.
into this idea. Um, and so we've been open now almost 2 years.
Yeah.
And it has been very difficult, as everyone knows the restaurant industry is. Um, but I'm staying afloat. I'm staying afloat.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
I mean, what a journey. I mean, with you just telling us that those brief moments in your life as to how you got to where you are today, I'm sure it was a tough journey, but it also was a great one because look at you now. You have Eat My Biscuits. Like, can you just tell everybody some of the items that are on your menu? Like, what? Tell people what you got, girl.
So we pride ourselves on big ass biscuits,
Mhm.
but they're not just big, they're actually really delicious. We
Yeah.
have sweet and savory. So
Hmm.
we have our fried biscuits that I had in my previous restaurant, Surfs Up, which
Right.
are our rendition of a beignet, light,
Okay.
fluffy, nice little sweet. Um, and then very similar to like a funnel cake or elephant ears, they call them at carnivals.
Mm.
And then we have our savory biscuits. Now these are our big ass biscuits. It's
Mm.
not your average. This ain't no Chick-fil-A biscuit, baby.
Right.
Okay? This ain't no Popeyes biscuits. This is like a church's biscuit on steroids. It's like a
Ooh.
church's slash Red Lobster biscuits on
Ah,
steroids.
I'm hungry
So
right
they're big and they have a crispy outside, like a little
Yeah.
crunch on the outside, but the inside is light, it's
Mm.
fluffy. We have a seafood biscuit we make. We have a hot honey chicken biscuit. We have a creamy cat biscuit. We
Ooh.
have creamy thighs biscuit. So we use our play on words.
Yeah.
We have a biscuit and gravy, but it's served with the fried chicken. Um, we have
Wow.
a catfish and potato biscuits. So we have a lot of different biscuits, a lot of
Yeah.
different flavors that we put together that literally, and I hate to put it like this, another play on words, but they burst in your mouth.
Ooh. Woo.
And we have a full bar. So we do everything handcrafted.
Right.
Um, we don't pre-batch or buy batch liquor. We do
Right.
everything half crafted. Some of our signature drinks are Squeeze My Biscuit,
Ooh.
our Good Screw. Um, we make an amazing espresso martini because we're
Ooh.
breakfast and brunch. So we have mimosas, of course, different flavors: strawberry, mango, passion fruit, blueberry. You can do a mimosa of pretty much any flavor at Eat My Biscuits.
Yeah. Oh my God, girl. I'm starving right now.
Look, me
Look,
too. We
we
close on Tuesday, so I'm hungry.
oh my goodness. So we're gonna have to plan to make Anita K Productions got a plan to come down and make a trip. Cause see, like I was saying to you earlier, I had an opportunity to be down there doing some work down in Atlanta, and I was like, "Oh, eat my biscuits." I heard that I need to go ahead and go on and give me something to eat. And the line was just like, I think I seen the line was out the door or something that day, and I was like, "Oh no," I was like, "No," I said, "But I'm gonna come back." This is just a joy. The food that you just named
Yes,
is
and
very unique.
you are more than welcome. Everyone can look at, you can see our menu at eatmybiscuits.com.
Mhm.
So we do have websites. If you're in an Atlanta area, if you're visiting Atlanta, of course, you can come by. You can order us on DoorDash, and you can order online right at eatmybiscuits.com. And a little spoiler, it is very possible, it is in the works, there could potentially soon be an Eat My Biscuits on Chicago's South Side in the South Shore community.
Oh, I hope so, girl. Cause ooh, that'll girl, look. See, I'm gonna have to stand up. I had to stand up. I had to stand up. Listen, y'all, I'm I'm praying for that because that will be so great. One in Atlanta, one here. I mean, I would go to both of them, but oh my goodness, I'm girl, we rooting for that. We is rooting
Okay.
for that.
Thank
So
you.
fingers crossed, y'all. Y'all keep Vanetta in y'all prayers now, cause we want one here in Chicago. We gotta make sure we take care of it, y'all. Don't y'all be out here acting no fool, trying to have trash and shit all in front of the restaurant and put y'all. Don't try to don't do no vandalizing, don't do none of that, okay? Cause y'all
No,
heard it.
you know what? South Shore community has been good to me because
Yeah,
being in the South Shore during a difficult time, during the civil unrest, there was a lot of chaos in the
yeah.
city, and I've literally only had one incident at my restaurant.
Mm.
So I'm pretty positive and hopeful that if I do land and eat my biscuits in the South Shore community, I think the community will accept it willingly and be excited and support as they did my other business.
Yes, girl, you talking about a if. Ain't no if, it's a is, girl.
It's a win, huh?
Yes, it's a win. So I got so many ideas now, girl, because that's just an excuse to come to Atlanta and visit you. We got to chat. We got to do some content. You have a lot going on. Like, I just know y'all got merch. Do y'all have merch?
Yes. So you
Ooh,
can, we have, I'm actually putting all that together now where we have Eat My Biscuits coffee mugs, Eat My Biscuits hat,
yeah.
Razorback tank tops, t shirts, but we're moving into like sweats and sweatshirts. I'm actually putting all that together now. Um, and I was going to tell you something. I can't remember. I forgot what it was. But yes, we do have merchandise. And again, you can check us out on the website. You can also check us out on TikTok at eat underscore my biscuits. You can check us out on Instagram at eat underscore my biscuits. And Facebook, Eat My Biscuits Atlanta.
Mm. Girl, yeah, y'all gotta go right now. Get some merch. Y'all gotta go. If y'all in Atlanta, you definitely got to go to Eat My Biscuits. Tell
Tell a
them that,
friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
look, tell everybody, tell them that tell them the CEO Vanetta said it personally. Go down there and try the biscuits. My mouth watering right now, girl. I can't even move on to the next question because I love beignets. I love Red Lobster biscuits. I love Church's biscuits. So if you talking about biscuits on crack, I believe you, girl. Oh
Yes.
man. Oh, so
Oh, and oh
what
my
you got?
goodness.
What
I
else you got,
forgot.
girl?
Oh, and you can catch me on Food Network.
I was just about to, girl. That was gonna be my next question. I had to get my mouth together. You, that I was just getting ready to ask you. Tell us about the Food Network.
So I am on season 18 of the Great Food Truck Race, hosted by Tyler Florence, who's a Michelin chef. Um, what winner? I'm not sure what the word. um, he's a Michelin chef, Tyler
Mhm.
Florence. He hosts the Great Food Network. It's been going for 18 years now. We're in season 18.
Yeah.
And Eat My Biscuits was uh, was featured on for full episodes. And you can see us on Food Network. Yeah. The Great
Oh
Food Truck
my gosh.
Race, season 18. Start with episode 1. You don't want to miss it. You'll hear how Tyler Florence, who is a Michelin chef,
Yes.
says on national TV, okay, to 10 million viewers, how
Yes.
those biscuits reminded him of his grandma in South Carolina.
Yes. Oh my God, we do it. We gotta do a clap for that. We gotta do a clap for that. If you hear straight from the chef, yes, himself. Look, let me tell you something. I was just going to ask you, not well, Food Network, that I watch it all the time. I love all the cooks, Rachel Ray, Guy Fieri, if I'm saying his name right, girl. I love all of those cooks. But you was on the Food Network. I gotta make sure I go watch that
Yes.
episode 18. And you said
Season
what's
18, start with episode 1 of the Great Food Truck Race.
Great food truck race. Girl, great food truck race. I gotta write that down because I'm gonna go watch it. Now I
Please
want
do.
y'all to go watch it too. That's y'all with Salmon for y'all listening out there. Y'all got a lot of homework to do. Y'all gotta go
Yes.
get some merch from her store on her website. Y'all gotta go there, fly to Atlanta, visit Atlanta. If you're planning a trip, go ahead and schedule a stop by Eat My
Yes.
Biscuit. You gotta go home and set up your DVR or whatever you got going on and watch the Great Food Truck Race season 18 on the Food
Yes.
Network.
And I think it's available on Hulu, HBO Max, maybe Disney Plus, but it's on Food Network. And then, like I said, if you're not in Atlanta, you
Yeah.
can support Eat My Biscuits by following us on Instagram and TikTok.
Mhm.
You can tell a friend whenever you're in Atlanta. You can come and visit. You can watch Food Network
You could do all of that. You could do
Food
all of
Truck
that.
Race.
Yes. Look, we already followed you. As soon as Clarissa, shout out to Clarissa, girl.
Yes, with
Soon as
Synergy, CR.
yes, soon as she sent over your information, sent over your Instagram, I instantly followed because as soon as I seen, I was like, wait a minute. I looked at your name and I was like, okay, I'm not familiar with the name, but I know that restaurant. I instantly got hungry when you sent it. I said, oh yeah, this is amazing. Now, do you have events there or do you have where people can rent out space to throw parties there
Yes,
and
yes,
have
I do.
okay.
So, Eat My Biscuits is okay. So let me go through the address really quick. It's located at
Mhm.
2881 Main Street in East Point, Georgia,
Yeah.
7 short minutes from the airport. So as soon as you land,
Yeah.
grab them bags and
Yep.
head on over to Eat My Biscuits.
Yep.
Or as you're leaving, stop at Eat My Biscuits. Our
Yes.
hours, we're open every day except Tuesday. So we're closed on Tuesdays. But
Mhm.
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. We're going to be pushing back till 4. However, we do also open up in evenings for private events.
Mm.
So we've hosted birthdays. We hosted a film festival when it was here over the summer. Um, so the Atlanta Festival we've hosted.
Mm.
We've hosted breakfasts and campaigns for Congress, those in Congress or that
Yeah.
are running for Congress.
Mhm.
And we've hosted content. What do you call them? They did like a
Like content space, like content creators, they come there and use your space.
right. So they use it just for a gathering about learning about concept and content and expanding brands.
Yeah.
So we've done book clubs. We've done it all.
Ooh, I knew it. That's why I asked. I say, I know something good like this. I know you got people coming in and just embracing the atmosphere and the food and the love and care that you put into your restaurant and expand with what they're doing and just it's just a big expansion. So I'm praying for your restaurant to be here in your hometown in the South Shore area. We praying and banking on that for real, for real. Now, the last and final question. What advice would you give to the listeners out there who want to start their business, whether it's any small business of some sort, but specifically a restaurant business? Because restaurant business and small business, like a film company like mine, two different dynamics. Can you tell the listeners out there, give them some good advice or give them some pointers of how they should start their career off if there's something that they want to do?
So for those that are interested in going into the food and beverage industry, the restaurant part of it, the first thing I'm going to do, I would say, is to stick to your plan, stick to your brand. Whatever your brand is, whatever your idea is, stay true to yourself. Do not look or try and mimic what someone else is doing. You can get ideas from other restaurants and other businesses, but stick to your plan. Nobody does you and what you think better than you. When people try to imitate what someone else is doing,
Mhm.
the passion is different.
Right.
So if you want to stay true to your passion, you got to stay true to yourself, stay true to your ideas. And you got to be able to stay in prayer to push through those difficult times because they will certainly come.
Mm-hmm.
Be
Now,
consistent, be
yeah,
flexible, allow for change, but
yeah.
always stay true to what you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's some great advice. I tell people all the time too, because I went through that path of allowing people to tell me no, that sounds stupid, or no, that's not right. This is my idea, and I allowed them to. I mean, my goals have been accomplished due to using the tools that you just gave the advice for everybody that's listening out there. Like you really have to stay on a straight and narrow, like you said. You have to really focus and hone what you created and run with your idea. Like you you gave some great advice. I tell people all the time, don't let nobody deter you from what you want to do in life, as long as it's positive.
Yeah, yeah, as long as it's positive.
Yes. I thank you so much for this podcast interview. It's been very enlightening. It's been a super dope experience chatting with you today. I mean, again, everybody, y'all got some homework assignments to do. Y'all got to grab some merch from Eat My Biscuits. Y'all got to stop in Atlanta to Eat My Biscuits. You guys to watch her on Food Network on the Great Food Truck Race on season 18. Y'all got some assignments to do. I got homework to do as well. Again, my name is Nita K, the N, the I, the T, the A, space K. And you have had yet another podcast interview behind the scenes. I'll chat with you guys next time. Love and peace. Bye.
Bye.